Welcome to Twilight Tarot Wisdom. This is Jessica here. Today's reading is going to be for my Sagittariuses. I didn't do a February reading, so I'm going to do a mid-February reading. Plus, it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. You could consider this your Valentine's Day reading. I hope your reading is nice and positive. My Scorpios had some harsh truths that needed to be said, unfortunately. Check that reading out if you've got any Scorpio in your sign, in your chart. But this is gonna be for my Sagittariuses out there. This is a love reading. I want to see what's going on in the love life for my Sagittariuses. Please take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and don't forget to subscribe and like. All right, what's going on with my Sagittariuses? What's going on with my Sagittariuses? I'm using my pink deck today for all my readings because it just shows so much love. All right, we've got the Fool. There may be a new relationship, the brink of a new relationship. Ooh, oh my gosh, yeah. Wow, okay. But there's some defensiveness happening here. Somebody having to defend themselves. There is an aspect of maybe a new relationship that's going on, venturing out into a new connection. Clarify these cards for me. Clarify the Fool for me. And you want to tell me right away, waiting. It could also, maybe there is a new connection, but you're kind of waiting and holding it off, and you're not gonna, this is good actually, because you know what, Sagittarius, you tend to be very impulsive, and the Fool tends to be extremely impulsive. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, by the way. But what's good about this is you're actually kind of holding off and waiting a little bit before just jumping full into this relationship, whoever it may be with. And maybe that's where this defensiveness of wait, hold on, don't rush it. I actually really like that. That's very different from typical Sagittarius vibes. Most Sagittariuses are just very impulsive and just go head on, straight on into something, right? But I feel like now you're kind of taking your time and you're strategizing, or you're kind of like looking back at like, wait a second, hold on. I don't need to rush this. I don't want to fall off this cliff just yet. It's like you're seeing things from a different perspective. Clarify the Two of Cups for me, please, Spirit. Sagittarius says, clarify the Two of Cups here. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. So I do feel like this is somebody new. Something new. Somebody's got an eye on you. You're like this pentacle to them. So they really got it. It feels very, one more, please. Well, two more. You may even have a secret admirer. Yup. There may be a secret admirer here, which is cute and fitting for Valentine's Day. I feel like for those of you who have been alone, you've been alone for quite some time. So you've done the waiting. You've played this waiting game, and I also do feel like you are, like I said, you're not going to rush into this. Page of Pentacles is the slowest. Pentacles are the slowest out of all suits. So I do feel like if somebody has offered something to you, you're the one that's kind of like, let me see how this person actually acts. Let me see, is this person even wise? Whoever this person is, I feel like they're coming off as a little immature or younger hearted, younger spirited than you. I feel, Sagittarius, you're much more evolved. I will use that word. There is a definite connection here, though. That's for sure. I definitely feel a connection here, but there is just something that you're very kind of like adamant about pushing back for some reason. Can you clarify the Seven of Wands for me, please? Yep, I know. Yep, wanted to. Thought she is going to come out, but yeah, see, you're making a decision, and maybe this I'm not getting that this person is rushing you, because if they're coming off as this pentacle, which could be an earth sign, such as a Virgo, heavy Virgo here, Taurus, or Capricorn, I don't get that they're pushing you, and they're not being pushy, but you are also making a decision to kind of hold back. You're being very defensive in the sense of wanting to go forward with this. Clarify the Seven of Wands one more, please. I will take it. Yeah, like an Emperor. Emperor is usually like a father figure, or can sometimes be bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Maybe this might be work related as well. But you are definitely making a decision about I just don't think you want to go forward with this. Now, if this person is being pushy towards you and trying to push something with you, you're like, no, I'm in full control. Emperor can be an Aries, but I would suggest that you're coming off as the Emperor. Sagittarians out there, you're coming off as this Emperor. Yeah, you're putting your foot down about something. And you know what? Maybe they are being a little pushy because they're a little immature. They want to see you. They want to like hang out with you. They want to, like picture like a puppy dog for some reason. I don't know why. Somebody's like a puppy dog with you, and you're kind of like, oh, hold, like just take it slow, bro. Like, or chick, like, which I'm really surprised, because you guys are usually very like on the go, passionate, let's get it going, but no, there's definitely something here where you're putting on the brakes. I want to know why. Why are they acting like this? Why are my Sagittariuses doing this? Why, Spirit? What's going on? Why? Queen of Wands. It's because you are hot stuff right now. Because you are in your full power, and you probably realize you can get anyone you want, and that doesn't necessarily mean you want this person. No, no, like for real, I feel like you are definitely in your power, that you are manifesting something that you really want, a connection that you really want. There's somebody here who wants you, but you're like, no, next, please. No. Why are they acting this way? Why? Yeah, because I think you also want something more traditional. And I do believe that, if you're going to, you don't want these just like, hit it and quit it, one night stand kind of dates or anything like that. I think for you, you're thinking you want somebody that's going to come towards you and is going to be mature and is ready for marriage. You don't want none of this, like, let's just have fun and you want somebody who's going to be solid. Like, you're coming off as this Emperor, you're coming off as a Queen of Wands. You want somebody just as solid, okay? Even the High Priestess here, I mean, and with the Hermit, you've got a lot of wisdom, all right? You've played around, you've already done that whole game before, and you don't want that anymore. You don't want this immaturity of let's just date around and see where it goes. No, you want the person who's ready. You want the longevity. Why are they acting this way? Why are my Sagittariuses acting this way? And I'm telling you, there is a connection here with somebody, but I think you're being very apprehensive about it because you know what you want, and it's not somebody immature. You want somebody who's ready for the next level. You want the next level is what you want. Why are they acting this way? There could be something also where maybe maybe religiously, maybe you guys don't mesh, or those traditional values, like one person wants the marriage, the other person doesn't. Got a King of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, and you're really thinking of it from a logical standpoint. I'm actually really proud of you, Sagittariuses, because you are like you're not letting your impulsiveness control you and jumping into a relationship. You are really holding your ground. I'm really impressed. I mean, you're thinking from a very logical standpoint. You may be dealing with an Aquarius, like I mentioned earlier, or another air sign, Libra, Gemini, Taurus. I get heavy Taurus here too. Yeah. But I do feel like you're in a lot more logical headspace, and you definitely are trying to manifest the partner that you really want. This reading I'm feeling is more for somebody who is dating, or there's a person that wants to date them. I'm not necessarily getting this as somebody who's already in a relationship or in a marriage, put it that way. I'm not getting it necessarily like somebody's in a marriage. But for those of you who are in a relationship already, you really want that next step. You want that commitment. You want that marriage. I'm not going to say commitment. You want the marriage, okay? Because the commitment might already be there, but you want more. You want more. See, any advice to my Sagittariuses? Ooh, the Devil. Don't hold on to something just because you've been in it and you feel like you need to hold on to it. The Devil does talk about temptations and addictions, and sometimes it can mean holding on to something that's not necessarily healthy for us. So don't hold on to a relationship if you know it's not really what you want. If you know, and don't stay in a relationship if just to stay in it because you're comfortable, right? Double can be about obsessions. I'm definitely as advice, because I'm asking as advice. The Devil usually as advice comes as a warning. Like I'm saying, don't hold on to something that's not meant for you, and don't just stay in something just to be in it. You know, you're in this logical mindset right now where you're really thinking about what it is you want and if it's really going to mesh with this other person. And if it doesn't, then, you know, don't stay tied to that person just because you want to have the marriage, you know, if they're not ready for it. If there are red flags, pay attention to those red flags, you know? Yeah, getting a heavy aspect of don't hold on to something just because. Advice. The world. Complete cycles. Yeah, and if that means ending a relationship because you both no longer have the same viewpoints about marriage, then, you know, or maybe one of you wants kids and the other one doesn't. These are just, you know, that's very specific, but it's a situation like that. I think you guys need to have that real deep conversation. Now, if this is a new person in your life, obviously having that conversation might scare them off. However, it kind of seems that's what you want to do. Like, no, I got it. It's, you know, when you're first dating somebody, you don't want to scare them off by talking about marriage and kids already. But at the same time, you don't want to waste either of your time. And what I'm getting is you don't want to waste your time anymore. You don't want to waste your time just dating something and dating someone and it goes nowhere, or dating somebody and then for months and months and then you come to find out they never want to get married. Like, you don't want to waste your time with that. So there's an appropriate time when you talk and discuss these things, but obviously not like a first date. But at the same time, I know you're realizing this, don't stay stuck in something just because. If you need to finish cycles, finish out these cycles. if there's some unhealthy habits you need to get rid of those unhealthy habits. And you know exactly what those are. If I'm, if this resonates with you in that way. Another advice, one more, actually two more. Thank you. Yeah, and you know what? Have some fun. Have some fun because things are about to change for you. Have some fun with friends, family, celebrating. Heavily I'm like, read. No, be a little bit more lighthearted. Sagittarius, you have no problem having fun. You've got no problem having fun and being lighthearted. I get that. But also with whoever this person is, maybe lighten up just a little bit with them. Don't be so defensive. I need to clarify this for advice, please. Clarify these twos for advice, please. Clarify these twos. Clarify those two cards for me, please, Spirit. The Three of Cups can sometimes be a marriage card too. So I'm getting like a very heavy marriage. Cut something out. Yeah. Time. Very heavy marriage vibe in this. Like, man, you want marriage. You want marriage. You want it. You want it. But you know what? The Temperance is my Sagittarius card, by the way. What I'm getting here is, because I've been feeling it from the very beginning, I feel like you want to cut this whole let's just go out and drink, or let's just go out and party, or let's just go have some fun, let's just be on date after date after date after date. You want to cut that out. And that's actually a good thing to do. Cut it out because you've been used to doing it over and over and over and over. And, at the same time, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time before you meet that one. Blend your energies together. Yeah. I will say this much though. For those who are looking for somebody who has that marriage quality, it's like they always say, like, are you going to find that person? Like, man, I really want to find a guy who doesn't drink, but all the people I meet them at bars. Well, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like that logic. Like, man, I really want to find a guy who's really serious. But when I first met them, I told them that all I wanted was just dates and I wasn't serious. Like for those of you who are on dating apps, if you're writing that if you're putting in there up for whatever, then that's what you're going to find. You're going to find guys who are up for whatever. But if you put in there that you're looking for somebody who wants something long term and like a marriage, yeah, you're probably not going to find as many guys, but the ones you do find are going to be the ones who are also looking for that long term marriage. So, excuse me, if you don't want this whole thing to repeat of just having a good time and like not really marriage committal serious type of girls or guys, and I said guy, but this could be for girls too, okay? Maybe you're a male viewer of mine and you really want to find a woman who's ready to settle down. And the only way you've been looking through your like friends or friends of friends or at bars or at clubs or, and that's where you're looking. You're not going to find that serious woman ready for that there. Now, I mean, sometimes you will, but usually you won't. And it's the same thing on a dating app. If you really want to find somebody who's serious for you, female or male, then you need to cut out even if it's your first date, let's go grab some drinks. you know, why not instead let's go do something, you know, let's go watch a show, let's go to a concert, let's go, you know, doing something that necessarily doesn't involve just drinking. Okay. And in time you will find that right person. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this is I think you're not just rushing, you know, you're not just rushing into whatever just to have whatever. You're really taking your time and looking for the right person who wants this marriage and commitment like you do. But advertise yourself that way too. You know, you will find that person in the right environment. I hope that comes out correctly. But yeah, okay. This wasn't such a bad reading. If this resonated, please subscribe, like, feel free to comment. And I hope to see you guys again. All right, bye guys.